Welcome back to today's video, guys. Today we are going to create our React slider for our MERN Stack application, MongoDB Express, React and Node.js application, full stack application, e-commerce multi-vendor. So we are going to create the slider so we carry the data from the products from the back end and then display them. So calculate the discount, all of that. We are also going to create the recently viewed product. So this is now we can open up to complete now the rest of our application, the checkout. Tracking system, all of that. So admin panel, all of that. So let's get started. So to get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So if you don't have the project, make sure you haven't watched the previous video. So please go ahead and watch the previous video. You can also download the startup project from my GitHub repository. So download the project, install the dependencies, and then get started. All right, if you don't need to start our server, so remember to go to your application where you created your application. So go and then start the server. First of all, I'm going to start the server, and then I'm also going to start our application, the front end application or client application. So meantime, I can also go to can also open this one, the client with the VS Code. So you can open with the VS Code or just follow along with the whatever you are following, whatever code editor you have. All right, so back to this is client. I have client, and then we have the server. So back to the server. So I'm just going to do npm start. All right. Okay. Secondly, go back to client. So we need to start our client, but before starting our client, I want to show you the package. Go to package.json. You can actually check for package here. This is the one. So go to package.json, and then I want to show you that we need some dependencies here. First, we just need the React Slick. So React Slick and then React carousels. You make sure you have this one. If you don't have this one, you can actually get this from. You can go to just type npm React gallery, so you will see this one, and npm. So we have here React Slick. You can install this one. So just go ahead and install this one, or you can also then install this development one. Okay, so after that, I'm sure you have it. If you follow along from the beginning, you have it. If you don't have it, you can just copy this one and then go to your terminal and then press this one. Just press this one and then you start installing. I have it already installed, so I can just cancel this one. All right. What we want to do now is we want to start our server. Let's start our application. Sorry. We want to start our application. Just run npm run dev. So now application is running on port localhost on a port 5174. So if you can actually open this, yeah, I can actually open this on the browser. So this is our application. This is where we left last time. All right, so this is what we have. So you can see we don't have the slide here like the original application. So we don't have the slide. So we have to create all of this one. We have to create this one and then also create the recently viewed product. All right, to create that, we need to add the query. We need to make the query, get the product, the best deal, calculate all of that. First thing first, we want to go back to our client. Want to go to our client as our server. Make sure that your server is running. Because if you check here, you can see that my server is running perfectly. I don't have any issue with the server. So this is actually what we did last time. We haven't added much here. So the route is still the same. The route, everything here is still the same. So first of all, we want to start with our front end. So we go back to our front end, close this one, and then we want to search for or go to component. Here in the component, so we need to create some files here, some component here. So if we go to home feed, here we have here home feed. We have home feed, and then also we have home, which is a page. Home is a page. Here. All right. So in here, what we want to add here, if you see, let's take an example from our original application. You see in here we have recently viewed product, which is right after the main component, which is displaying the categories, product by categories, sort by categories, and then we also have the best deals. So to do this one, so we have to make sure that okay, here is going to be best deal. Best deals, and then right after the home feeder, this is the home feeder. This is what we created last time. So right after the home feed, we're going to have now recently view. So we will work on this one later. So for now, okay, for now we want to create a component here called best deals. So we don't have it. We need to create this component. You need to go to right in the component and then create it. In the component and then product, create a component called best deals dot JSX. So you can use R A S A F C E. So to actually create the template. Right, so if you save it, go back to home and then try to import that one, import best deals, and then you see now we have the component there. So just save it, go back to our application, close this one, and then also close this one. Now we have the best deal here. Okay, it's actually nothing in the best deal. So the first thing we want to do in here, we also want to first of all we want to create another component. We want to create it now the slider. You see this slider one, this one here. So we want to split it. We want to split this one, so we don't want to have much stuff in here. Concentrate in one place at one place. So you can do gallery. Just call it gallery slider. .jsx. Right, so for this one, you can also create a template. So for this one is now where you are going to add now all the slide, all of this one. So I'm going to add in here. So for the best deal, first of all, we need to import few things here. We need to import, first of all, import Axios. From Axios, we need also to import our API. So you can import server. Also need to import use authentication. You also need to import we can also import is loading or whatever, but let's just import. For example, right now you can import here. Import use effect. Right. Okay. So in here, we want to create first of all some variables here. We want to create session. We can create a session. Session is equal to use session. So you can also create products, which now we also can set product is equal to empty array, and then also is loading, and also error message. That's it. So we want to check. If actually we can do use effect. Okay, we can use effect. For example, if it's not loading, so get product. So we don't have this function, we can create it. So you can create const get product, and then AI is helping us to just define everything. So get product, you can do okay, set loading to false, set error message also to false. So make a request to the server best deals, and then content type, you set the content type, and then you set also the token, the session. This one is not really important. So because anyone logged in, authenticated or unauthenticated user can still see everything here. Right. So and then set, if we get the data, set the response to data, add the data, and then set the loading to false. Is loading to false. If catch error, and then set the error, set also the loading is loading to false. All right. So this is it for this one. But we can do a few things here. For example, if it's loading, I want to check if it's loading. We can just show a component here, loading, stuff like that. Else, if we get error, so just going to show something went wrong, blah blah blah, show error. Else, we can now show the best deal. We can now show the best deal. So for the best deal, we're actually going to show, we will call the gallery. But for now, we will just show, let's just show the best deal here. So we can actually set something like product to length to just see the length of the product. All right, that's it. So if you save this one, we will see an error 404 because we don't have this route. So we need to create this route. We don't have it. If you save it, go back to our application. Try to reload. We have errors. Okay, best deal. Okay, let's try. We have some issue here. So we can first of all remove everything here. I'll just return this one. Use that is not defined. Need to import use. We have an error here. Say use state. Oh, need to import use state. Use state. What else? Right. So this is what we have. Okay. So what we are trying to do here. Okay. So we can do can you return as to return. First of all, let's create a function here. Let's create some functions here. I can do const let's say show error message, so that will return error message. If there is error message, also const show loading, also we return the loading. Yeah, we return the loading. So we can check here. Okay, we can do if it's loading, so return is loading. You can also do else if got error message, we return error message, and then now the rest we just return this one. So save this, that's okay, and then go back. Let's try to reload. Okay, so here now we need to pass can pass empty array here. We can pass actually no empty array because the session we're not really expecting the session. We are not expecting the session there at most of the time. So we actually get the 404 error because the root does not exist. Okay. We can actually make this look better if you want. We have loading spinner. It's a loading spinner, so we can actually use this one. If you want, you can make things easier. Just return this one, loading spinner. It's not there, so you need to import it. If you just type it loading spinner, to import it already here. So if you save that and then try show the loading, but we have an error there already, so we have to work on the error first. Okay, for error, Okay, for error now, we need to create this route. We don't have it, so copy the route, go to our server. This is our server. So let's create this router or get, and then not search, but we are going to do best deals. And then for best deal, we don't want to authenticate. We don't want to authenticate the user. So we're just going to do that. Get best deals. We don't have the best deal function, so we need to import it. We don't have it, so we need to go to product controller. This is our product controller. We need to create this const best deal. So we're just going to define the best deal here, and then make sure to export it. So if you save, there's nothing, and then if you just return empty array. Let's go here and then reload. We don't have error anymore. The error is gone. Yeah, that is empty array. Okay, so we have to implement now. We have to get to work. First of all, we work to get the data, to make query, get the data so that we can now see how to work on the front end. All right, so for best deal, we do try catch. So we can do const product. We want to get all the product, so const product. Fund, we just want to fund all, we don't need the parentheses, curly bracket. So we just want to get the product. After the product, we want to filter. So we want to do filter. So we can do const discounted. We want to get the discount, all the product with the with all the product with the discount, and then calculate the discount. For example, if you come to our main application here, so we want to get the product with the 20% off discount. So to do that, we want to get all the product. We have the product, and then calculate now the discount, discounted product. So we want to do product, and then we want to filter. But in the filter here, so we want to create a function. Actually, we want to have a function. So in the function, we can erase. Okay, let's do now. Discount is equal to product.price before. If we have price before, so we do match.round, and then product.price before minus product.price.current price divided by product.price before times 100. So that to get the percentage. And then if there's nothing, so we just return 0. Okay, so if we get the response, so we want to return all the response, or we want to return the best the percentage which is greater equal to 20. So this here I can return greater equal to 10, greater equal to 5. So this depends on you, but let's just set to 20. So you can set 20 or you can set 30. So it depends. All right. So this is the same thing if we go to our process product. Let's look for process product function. I'm sure you remember this function. So if you don't remember, The function is here. So this function, the job is just to calculate, to take the product, calculate the discount, make some changes, so on and so to make some changes, and then return the data. So if you see somewhere here, we are calculating the discount. So this is actually the same thing we are doing. You just price before, if price before exists, so we do match dot round, price before minus current price divided by price before times 100. This is what we are doing here. So it's the same thing we are doing here. So you could actually just take this function and then add it maybe in this hook, so that it can be reused. So in this case, we just going to keep it there, and then I will you can change, can work on it. All right. So if you return the discount. So if you have an error, first of all, if you have error, we can return the error, save the error, and then here we can actually return. We want to reprocess the product. Remember, we want to use that the function, this function again, the process product. So here we want to do process product is equal to we do promise. We pass our discounted product, and then we process each product to make some changes. If you see here, we are making some change to get the profile, the image part, all of that, the store, all of these things. So we process the product, and then we get here. So finally, we're just going to return our product here. But this is not how we want to return the product. First of all, after we get the discount, we also want to filter. We want to filter. So this is optional if you want. So we can do, for example, we can do discounted product. First of all, let's take discounted product, and then we can do, let's say, for example, okay, let me just add some comment here. So the products by discount. So we can take the AI able to help us, right? So we can take the sort product, the discounted product. We sort it by. So we say, okay, we take discount A. We create discount A is equal to, so A dot price before match dot round. So we just calculate to sort the discount to make it in a order. So this is not required, just optional if you want. So we just make the order, the price, the wage. If we take the one we have here, this is our, because this one you are not showing actually the discount. So this one we will show the discount from the front end, and then you will see why you are doing this sort by. All right, and then after sort by, we can also do, since the product you are getting is more, I can show you that if you do console.log, can do console.log, console.log. So product discounted product. We just want to see the product. All right. Let's try to reload. We want to see the data, to see if we have an error or not. All right. So this is what we are getting. Can see is more. So we are getting a lot. So to do this, if we try, we can also check the length of the array. So try to reload again. You can see that it's 22. So that is a lot. I don't know if you find that okay, or you can. So you can do actually array. You can do array slice. So if you do JavaScript, say JS array slice. Array slice. So array slice, you can take an array. The slice method of array is instance return a shallow copy. So that means we will just want to cut the array, get a portion of array to return. So the rest we don't want to, we don't need them. For example, you can cut two, take from cut from two, index two to four. So it just depends on how we want to do it. So in this case here, we just want to check. Okay, this is the data we have. We can take. We can do const best deal. Best deal is equal to, we pass our array and then we do the splice, and then we can take from 0. So that means from first element, which is index 0. So we take from 0 to, let's say, maybe 10. Can set to 10 or whatever amount you want. And then after that, so this is the data we want to process here. We don't want to process all of them. So the rest, they just stay in the memory. So we are not going to waste anything. So we get now, so this now the data will return to the end user. So if you now go back, you can close this one. If you go back now to our front end, try to reload again. So now we only have 10. Okay, so if you have 10, what we can do is front end. So now we know now we are getting the data, so we can cache the response, we can do whatever, but in this course, we are going to focus on just build the slide. Right, so from our front end, here we are getting the data, and then we need to pass the data to this. So here, this is where we want to now to show the data, all of that. So in this one, so we want to pass the, let's say, products is equal to empty array. And then also we want to set if is a open category is equal to false by default. All right. So we need to create prototypes. So for prototypes, so product is equal to array, and then is open category is equal to boolean. So this is equal to array of and then prototype. So we want to define shapes for the product you are going to get. So we will have image, we will have name, which is also string, price before, discount, all of that. And then plus category. You can also pass subcategory. They are not necessary in this case. Okay, but we need to import. We need to import, first of all, import prototypes. Okay, that's done. So we check if you have a product. If you don't have product, we just return. If you don't have product, if you don't have a product.length, we just return nil. There's nothing to do. But if you have a product, if we have product now, so that's where now, okay, if you have product now, we want to import some stuff. First of all, we need to import link. Also import sorry. We also need to import we need to import carousel. to import the Sleek carousel CSS, and then import also um, Sleek carousel theme, and then also import React Sleek slider. All right. So if now that's done, down here we will need to create, first of all, create some settings, so that we can now start using our start using our slide. First of all, we need to create settings. So settings is equal to dot set to true, infinity set to true, speed 500, slide to scroll 1, and then also set auto play to true, and then auto play speed, that's 200 2000, so 2 seconds. And then for slide now, so we need to okay, you can also set the responsive, responsive. So for responsive, we can set breakdown to let's see, don't need this one. Okay, responsive breakpoint to 1024, and then also settings, just also set some settings, so you can just follow along. This is actually the documentation. These are actually the default settings from the slider, React Sleek. So you can just follow along with this one. So in future, you can start playing around with it to see which settings you want, how speed, whatever. But for now, let's just go along, and then to test first of all our slide. So next here, instead of this one, so we need to return now the slide. We can return our slide. Remove that one. So slide, we need to close. Let's close this one, and then pass also the slide. Okay, so the slide, we just pass the setting. We pass our settings, and then we want to map to our product. We map through the product, so you can remove all this one. For now, we don't need this one. But you can also just copy, cut it, and then let's just return here some lorem here. Okay, yeah, let's just return this for now. So export our gallery slide. So go back now to our best deal. So our best deal. So we need to return this one here. Actually, we need to return this here. Let's say gallery slider. So this, we import this one up here. So before saving that, we need to pass product, and then also pass is open to category. You pass that. We set that to true because we want to open to category. We want to open a category, and then save that to you can get rid of the error by removing the reactor. All right, so this is what we have. Let's try to reload now. Okay, looks like we got an error. Prototypes of is not a function. So let's go back. Where is it again? Here. Prop types. Array of, sorry, array of dot array of. Okay, now the error is gone. All right, now so we have now our slider. You can now see the slide is there already. Okay, so this was just to test to see. So now let's go back here. I can also get rid of React. All right, so here now we can now let's this one, but oh sorry, we want to pass the link. Want to link, but for the link we want to check. We want to check if it's open to category. So we set category and then we pass the category. We open the category. Let me show you what I mean. If you go to our main application, so if I click on the product, you see now it's opening the category. So you can see now all the discounted product. So this is what I mean here. So back here, so we want to, if it's open to category, so we pass this URL, else you pass product, you pass store, and then store ID, and then store ID, and you pass product ID. Product ID, yes. So if you save that, else we pass our image and then that's it. If now this is what we get here. So let's try to style our gallery. First of all, we need to define a block. Should block, and then padding Y, top and the bottom. Let's set to 3. Okay. But okay, that one. Let's just set this one. But before that, this one need to set this to full, image to full, wide to set it to auto, and then we need to wrap this in a div, which is set can define the height, define for example to 8, and then this is it. So for this one, down here, we also want to show the price. Okay, the price. We can also show the category if you want. You can show the category. And then also close that one. So we can also set here relative and then show discount. Show discount. So for discount, we want to set absolute. Okay, want to set the absolute top to 0, right to 0, and then set all of that. So we can set, if it's small, set to XL, but if it's large, you can set it to 2XL. And then you can also set okay, let's just save that for now. Then go back. This is what we get, but we want to just one in the middle. So to do that, we can we can do here flex and then justify center. So that will send the image on the middle. But we also want the text on the middle, so we can do flex. No, actually, we can do text center. Just do, sorry, text center. And then also this one text center. But I'm not sure if you need the category there. If you you want category, you can keep it. So this depends on how you want to set. So we can see now we have our slide is there, but we want this one to come on site. So we can also have this part here where we show the category list and then we show the title. Let's close this one. Right, so to do that one, first of all, you have to that one you're not going to do it here. Let's just set this one first. XL. If it's large, you can set to 2 or 4XL. 4XL is okay, or 3XL. This depends. All right, so to do that, we are not going to do it here. We can divide from here. From this one, we can do flex. Flex and then item starter. So we are going to have a side or left side, and then we're going to have main. So the main is going to be first of all, left side is going to be we're going to do wide. You can set it to, let's set it to let's set it to 25. So we're just going to give some lorem here, placeholder, and then this one we're going to set to 75, and then we pass our gallery here. Save that and then go back. This is what we have. Okay, the text looks like it's much bigger, so we can actually decrease it a little bit. Where is the can set to 2. If it's small, it's okay. If it's small, it could be base. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we have, but we want to make sure that first of all, let's try to give it install a little very fast. We don't want to spend much time on installing. Okay, LG want to have border. And then border left. Border left too. And then border gray. Okay, so we also want to have padding. If padding, first of all, padding is 2, and then padding to 4, and then if large, padding X to 8, and then we want to also have padding top and bottom to 4. So if we save that, this is what we get here. But within this one, we also want to have if it's small, we want to have padding left and right to 2, or padding X. but the rest want padding to 4. So just want to have a little bit space here, but we could actually do also large padding to 8. So this one is now in the middle here. So we can also add let's add shadow medium, and then also add rounded large. Can also set the BG to white, and if it's dark, I set BG to dark completely. Okay, this is what we get here. But for this one, we need to add padding Y to 4, so that we can have this space here. Okay, so this is it so far. So we want to now this text here. First of all, let's take that text, and then we want to add the text here, but you can add in H2 H3, yeah? And we just, it doesn't matter, we're just going to style it, and then text 2, and then if it's large, you can set text to maybe 6. Font, and set extra bold, and then color, text set to purple, maybe purple 700. This is it. We want to show category list. So for category list, we have a category list. So if, remember, we have a category. So if you don't have it, you can check out the video, our previous video. You'll see the category, how we create the category. So category list from the hooks. So category list. So we want to use this category list here. So let's say category list. So for that, we want to first of all import categories. Let's import category from hooks, and then the categories. So here we can just use we can set the category we just try to use AI to go faster, but we don't want to do that here. We want to use actually link. We want to use a link. Actually, here you can use want to use a link. This one could be just a list. Want to use a link here. No, this is a div. Let's add here a div, and then can set link to, and then set link to category, and then here I just want to pass category dot name. in the category here, yes, we have a name, so we pass category name. Then also here I pass category name, but we need to import link. So you go up here, import link. So that's it. Save that. Go back. So this is what we get. We could have used. We don't want to have much space like that. If you much space, you see you're having so much space. Instead, we want to have it smaller. So you can scroll where it is here. You can also try to set this maybe to 4. You see the size. No, we like it when it's bigger. And font instead is set smaller. Okay. Okay, this is what we have here. So we can add, we can actually add these links. So for example, we can do span, and then let's say for example span, and then give a class. Let's say for example, um, let's say flex, item center, and then space 2, because we can use icons, material UI, or you can also just go to, we have this, you can use actually material UI, same material UI icons. You can use material UI icons, or there's also React icons. If you also check for React icons, so make sure you install React icons if you want to use React icons. You have a React icon if you check for arrow. So this is a React icon. If you say category, so there's many you can use. So material UI also is there. Say arrow, search for arrow. Yeah. So you can choose which one you want to use. If you want to use material UI, make sure that is installed. We are using material UI actually in here, and then also we use the arrow somewhere. So we can just find something you can use. So for example, this one, and then take it to our project, import it, and then we want to use it somewhere here. Category, and then you can use this arrow. Okay, just save that and go back to our project. Need to reload for material UI to load the icon. So this is it. So if you click on the category, now you see we are loading the category. So back, and then we have our slide here. You can see now we are showing our slide plus the discount. Down here we have category. So this depends on how you want. You can slide, you can play around with it, go to settings here. Close this one. Go to settings. So you can play speed. Let's set to speed, for example, 400. Now is very slow. To move is slower. That you have to wait for a second to move to the next image. So just depend on how you can play around with it. It doesn't matter. So we have auto play speed, and another all of that. So go ahead and play around with this. So this was it for the slide. So next, let's go ahead and work on you can work on a recently viewed product. But before that, we can add some responsive a bit. You see, if you go to small screen, this is not responsive. So what we want to do is in a small screen, if it's a tablet, we don't want to show this one. So you can do best deal, where you have a best deal component. This one only in LG, large screen. So wide is full by default. And then this one, where is it again? This one we say heading, and then block in large. So this is what we get now. So you can also play around in all this one. The size, for example, if you take to small screen, you can adjust the, let's go to gallery, responsive breakdown. We just want to show to one, and then also want to show one. So if you go and the reload, we want to show one, all of them. One. So I'll just see one. So this depends if you want to add much padding. So the settings, the styling settings, most of them depend on you. So you learn what you have to learn, and then try to practicing it a bit. Try to play around with all of this. So it help you understand much about it, about everything. So you can, for example, we can say, for example, if it's a tablet, let's say, for example, iPad. If it's iPad, you want to show, go to best deal. If it's iPad, if it's medium, block on medium, and then also change down here. Sorry, if it's medium. So now you see on the medium you are showing. So you can change the text there if it's medium to show. Just try to play around with everything. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and start adding now our recent add video. Recently viewed product. All right. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and then leave us some comment.